My name is Aaron, and I play drums in Hawthorne Heights.
Played music a long time and toured constantly, and to do that you have your good days and your bad days.
Mm-hmm.
What gets you through every day?
I think knowing that when you get out on stage you're going to be performing to people that really appreciate the music that you helped create. I think that's something that's motivated us throughout our entire career, and really picked us up when we were down. We went through a lot of legal issues with our label in the past, and in order to get us through those trials and tribulations, we really relied on fan support for that.
To play and tour constantly, you have to love music,
Mm-hmm.
which usually begins at a young age.
Yeah.
When did your love for music begin?
I think I've always loved music ever since I was a little kid. You know, my parents would constantly have like the oldies station on the radio when we were driving to see my grandparents and stuff like that, and I would always take out their old records and put them on my little play school record player and listen through them. I've always had a love affair with music. It wasn't until I got to be about a freshman in high school that I really wanted to play music. My parents had made me take piano lessons prior to that, but I absolutely hated it. And then at some point I had mentioned to my mom that I really liked I like the drums, and that Christmas morning I had a drum set waiting for me, and ever since then I've been hooked.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Our magazine does a lot of work with the homeless.
Okay.
And we spent a long time documenting and working on Skid Row in Los Angeles.
Okay.
Are you familiar with Skid Row?
Only by name, and only the band as well.
Yeah, it's a 9x9 block where about 10,000 homeless people live. There's
wow.
13 missions and a few churches, and people just sleep on the streets with open drug use.
Huh.
Have you had any experiences with the homeless?
Other than somebody coming up and asking me for change, no, I haven't.
No?
No.
A lot of the homeless we worked with were at the lowest point of their life, and they claim Jesus as Savior.
Mm-hmm.
And I found that to be very interesting.
Mm-hmm.
What is your perception of Jesus?
I kind of take the stance that if that's what somebody needs to sort of get them through a tough situation, then by all means, put your faith into it. I'm not personally a very religious person myself. I would definitely say I'm more agnostic. I think there's probably something else out there, but I'm not really willing to commit personally to saying this person or this religion is it. I think that's a question that I don't feel that we're capable of truly answering at this point. I don't know. But if I'm not going to discriminate against somebody that does want to believe in Jesus and for them has helped them get through a difficult situation.
What are 3 records every kid needs to own?
Oh, all right. These are going to probably be all over the map. Every kid needs to own Sgt. Pepper's by the Beatles, The Wall by Pink Floyd, and then if you're going to be into punk and hardcore and stuff, you absolutely need to own, I'm going to give you 4 albums. Sorry.
That's fine.
Gorilla Biscuits Start Today and Cro-Mag's Age of Quarrel. Those are the pinnacle of hardcore albums in my opinion.
I love it. You just gave a diverse. Yesterday someone said this metal kid said you must own Stevie Wonder.
All right.
And I was like, great choice,
Yeah, absolutely.
When you're married and you tour on the road and you have kids, how do you keep your marriage working when you're gone most of the year, every year?
Yeah, it's difficult. I think it's gotten a lot easier with new technologies coming out like FaceTime and cell phones. When we first started, we didn't have GPS. We didn't have, our cell phones were just garbage. So it was way harder to communicate. You couldn't send text, you couldn't email. Now we can do all that stuff. So just kind of, perpetually staying in contact with people, and it helps a lot. But it doesn't make it easier. My daughter's 3.5 now, and she's already to the point that she can tell me she misses me and she loves me and she wants me to come home, and that just breaks your heart. But you gotta sort of, in the back of your mind, I guess the only way to justify it is that you're going to make a better life for her. Because if you're not, and you're going to be away from your child, I think there's no way to rationalize it any other way.
As a drummer, what gear are you stoked on?
I'm really stoked on my new drum kit that I just got. It's a Tama Star Classic Babinga, and it's got a white oyster wrap on it, and it's so nice, and it sounds amazing.
That sounds like a sweet drum set.
Yeah.
Did you get the custom wrap made?
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Hey, thank you so much for that interview,
you're welcome.
dude.